Dinosaur Island, Season 5, Episode 8. Here, we see a Megaraptor nest, and we see a female quite similar to Greyclaw, but she's not Greyclaw. Her name is Sunset, and she was actually the old mate of Greyclaw, due to why she has a baby, and her baby's name is YAYYY. She's going into her nest. She's killed a lot of things, so she's going to have a slumber in her nest, and her baby joins her. Well, actually, she's gonna teach her son YAYYY the way of life. So she's gonna teach him how to sniff out a mate and how to get a mate. So yeah. He plays with some grasses, and she tells him to focus, which he immediately listens. He starts training on a piece of concrete. And then they go into the nest to go sleep. Coming down over here, we see a young male Allosaurus. His name will be Falcon. He's one of the apex predators on the island of Isla Periatala. He's not that interested in finding a mate, but he does want to at least have a nest. So this is his territory over here, and over here too. And he continues digging. We'll get back to him later. Coming out we see Velvet. And then later coming out behind her we see her parents. Lockjaw and White Fang. And then chilling not too far we see Mark and Ty. They are gonna head down there because they've just been released from the sanctuary, so they're gonna head down there. Mark and Ty are playing. They are deciding to establish their nest in the hunting plains not too far from that of the Megaraptor nest. So White Fang and Lockjaw, doing Velvet's bidding, they decide to start digging right here. Dry places are the perfect places to set nests. They start digging. Right now is good enough. They call Mark and Ty, and they start playing and come over, with Velvet trailing not too far behind. They all decide to rest after that long journey. But Velvet stays up. But then Velvet smells something. Like us humans, T-Rexes have binocular vision, so they have very good eyesight and sense of smell. And they're the strongest creature on the island. Well, not the strongest because of the bite force, but the Spinosaurus is still the strongest dinosaur. She continues looking around now. She looks around and she spots it. But she pays it off as nothing and goes to rest with the rest of her family. But by the water source, we see something. It's a young male T-Rex, 8 years of age, and he's come by here to take a drink of what's left of the waters. And he has no name as of now, but we'll name him something. But we'll follow him as he embarks on his journey. He is trying to migrate across the stone desert, which goes on for miles. So we'll see his struggles and all the predators that comes on as he goes on with his journey. But meanwhile, in the plains, we see Red and her son Crimson. They are searching for food, but so far nothing has come. She collapses of exhaustion, but gets back up. But she has picked up something. She smells something on the ground. And she follows its scent. And a few minutes later, she comes upon the food source. Well, the smell source, but it's a fawn, and its head has been ripped off by who knows what. That doesn't mean she won't take it. She decides to give it to her son, since he needs the food most, because his young little body can't really take this journey. So, and the reason why dinosaurs are all taking their journeys because they're trying to get to a better side of the island and see if there's a water source anywhere. But she drops the carcass of the fawn, and he feasts. It's a small thing, so it's perfect size for him. She tells him to eat quick so predators won't come, which he does. And then, not too far away from Red and Crimson, we see Yuki, the female Dinosaur, which is from season 4, episode 6 or 5. She dragged in the disabled Rex into the pool and ate him. But yeah, she's sitting by a riverbed, hoping that it'll fill up. But it's not showing up. But it's not really showing any signs of filling up. And not too far from her, we see a young male Siamosaurus. Siamosaurus. Sorry. He seems to not really be doing anything, so he's not really much of her concern. She goes into the riverbed, and goes to the side of the water to get some moisture in. She goes slowly into deeper and deeper until she's completely unseen. While over here, sorry, our cameraman has to catch up to the male young Rex, but we see him. He's seen to collapse of exhaustion. He takes a few inhaling breaths in and then slowly gets up. He needs to come across the water, or else he's dehydrated, so he needs to come across the water, or else. But then he sees a forested area over there. he decides to take a shortcut and sees if he can find any sources of water. Here's a dead person from Denmark. He's been dragged into a pteranodon nest, but I guess you can tell what happened to him. Denmark is prohibited in these areas since very few have come, since not much is known about Isla Periatala. It's just a few coasts away from Isla Lenora, but Periatala is very unknown, and it's basically a big apex predator area. But anyway, back to the young male rat. Decides to go right here into the trees. He's searching around for something. Food or water will do him the best. But then his nose picks up on something. And just in a few feet in front of him, we see a bull, Triceratops, and Diplo, which we haven't seen since season 3 or season 4. He was the friend of Blue until she died. To Scar. Oh, Velvet, I mean. He's found a new friend, but due to the young male, he won't last long. Diplo wanders off, leaving the Triceratops perfectly alone. And it's just a matter of minutes until... the Triceratops instantly dies of shock. And Diplo hears this, and he runs off. He's too quick for the Rex, since T-Rexes can't run. So, this food will give the young male Rex the energy he needs to survive. Here we see two adult male Megaraptor brothers. They're both looking for a female. They've decided to nest here after they've picked up the scent of the female over there. This one will decide to name him Dagger Teeth. Well, actually no, Snaggletooth, due to his teeth. And this one will decide to name him Zeb, due to the zebra-looking things on his snout. They start digging. Snaggletooth and Zeb seem to be communicating about something. Here we see the female T-Rex that we saw from season 4, episode 4. She still not have found a mate after that male, but yeah. She's currently found a nest right here, and she's killed 2 things, including this young T-Rex. She throws it over there. And yes, T-Rexes are cannibals, so that's why she killed another one of her species. She's she's actually a dwarfed T-Rex, so that's why she's so small. But little does she know of the danger that looks right behind her. Snaggletooth and Zeb. Within seconds, her body is ripped apart. They dropped the carcass. They dropped the carcass. Her head is crushed by the sickle claw. And she takes her last breath. This food will last them for days, due to how bulky she is. one of them spots the cameraman. Meanwhile, over to this side of the island, we see a young male Rex named, well, he doesn't have a name. We'll name him Autumn. Autumn has made a nest right here, but he still hasn't found a female. He's also looking around for water, since the only source of water is that big dam over there. Or if you were to go over there, but no one does because it's all covered of ivy. So you follow him on his journey. But he has to traverse across the Megaraptor nest, that one's nest, and Velvet's nest. And Velvet could easily kill him in a heartbeat, so as to be weary. And then time skip. He comes by the dam, which is literally overflowing right now. Ignore all that, but he takes a drink. He has some scars on him from previous fighting. But then suddenly, a young Lypleurodon named Sapphire attempts to bite him. But she sinks back down into the depths below. No. But then she jumps up. But it's in slow motion, so as soon as she jumps up, she lands straight into his jaws. And her neck gets snapped, killing her instantly. He brings the young Lypleurodon back to his nest. And he does a roar of victory. And then he continues to feed. And that's the end of Dinosaur Island, Season 5, Episode 8, or 9.